Okay.
Good morning, everyone. This is the July 15th meeting of the Virginia Gas Board Board. The meeting today is the offices of the Virginia Energy and Big Stone Gas, Virginia. Everyone would, in attendance here today, if they would silence their cell phone. We are recording this, and anyone that's on line to attend the meeting, if you'll meet your phone unless you're engaged with the board, that we will have the disruptions. This time I'll ask the board to introduce themselves, starting with Mr. Owens down there.
Patrick Owens, public member.
I'm Bill Harris, the public member. I'm Gus Jansen, the public member, and serving as the interim chairman.
Gotta get some public, member. Willie Cochran on the Virginia Energy Link.
If you have one. Start with the docket items this morning. The first item on the docket is the board review and approve the remote attendance resolution to the board member that will continue to be remotely. I don't believe we have anyone today. We're all present. We'll move on to item number 2. Board will receive public comments. Ms. Gilmore, I don't believe you have any public comments this morning either, unless anyone on the line wants to make a public comment at this point in time. Hearing none, we'll move on. Item number 3.
We did have a person who wanted to speak
Okay, I'm sorry.
right there, Mr. Stuckey. I'm sorry.
Thank you. My name is Mark Stuckey. I'm new to all of this regulatory stuff having to do with oil and gas. I am a small interest owner in the Honey Rock Camp unit that's going to be considered for repooling today. I would like to retain or elect for a working interest in this unit for my interest. And I just am asking you to be sure that you can make things clear for me and my brother as this process moves on. I know I need to make an election after you issue your order and pay some money. But after that, in terms of the terms under which this working interest will be held are unclear to me. I've contacted the operator. I haven't heard anything, but I just hope that I could have some support in understanding how this will work and how to protect my interests, so to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Stuckey. And you also have the oil and gas staff here is available to you to help you guide you through this, the questions you may have too as we move forward.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 3 on the docket today. The first rate control assessment agent for the Virginia Gas and Oil Board will appear to the rest of the board report April, June 2025. Ms. Maney, are you with us today?
I am here. How is everyone today?
Really well.
I'm assuming everyone already has the PDF version of the presentation today, so we'll jump right into it. This is for our June 30th quarter end, so this is our second quarter end for the year. Starting out on page 3, our starting balance for the beginning of the quarter was $4,857,343.11. We received in deposits $27,000, $93.59. Earned interest for the quarter was $22,069.37. Fees deducted for the quarter was $4,639.72. Distributions for the quarter, $427,707.12. leaving us an ending balance for June 30th of $4,474,159.23. So far for 2025, on page 4, we've processed 4 treasury dockets that totaled $120,206.83, 20 regular dockets totaling $490,075.19. We've issued over 350 checks which range from 1 penny to $62,291.92. Of those 350 checks that have been issued, 235 of them were for less than $100. Now, the next page, on page 5, is a list of our outstanding checks. And if you'll notice, the outstanding checks have decreased significantly because after 1 year, we are escheating those to the state now. So this is everything that's outstanding that has not been escheated to the state. We've still got a total of $8,905.92 outstanding. It's a significant change from this time last year. On page 7, this is our balance sheet as of June the 30th, so this is only for the month of June. This lists each individual well, the docket number, the beginning balance, any deposits received for the month, money market interest earned, Cedars interest earned, fees deducted, any distributions for the month, any transfers to the No W-9 spreadsheet, audit costs, which we've had none, corrections, and then an ending balance for each individual well. And we also added a column that's the status of the well. And that gives you totals on page 16. Page 17 is a list of our No W-9s. This list is decreased as well. We only have 6 lines on it. And 5 of those people are deceased. So I know the gas companies are working to locate the heirs at this point. If you'll remember, we did escheat the majority of the No W-9 list to the state as well. On page 18, lists our annual distributions since First Bank and Trust became the escrow agent in 2010. And if you'll look at the distributions, we have distributed out over $37 million. Page 19 gives you a snapshot of how the funds are invested as of June 30th. We have several CDs. Some are maturing next month. And then we went ahead and purchased another $1 million. And those are maturing in April of 26. Page 20 is our rate comparisons. You'll see that they are slightly decreasing, but they're still remaining about the same. And then the last page is our CD rate ranges. This gives you a range of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months, and all the way out to 2 years, just for your information. Does anyone have any questions?
Questions from the board? Ms. Manley, back at the investment of the funds, page 19. I know we just did the $1 million. I guess we've got close to $2 million coming due next month.
That's correct, yes.
I think historically, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I look back the last year, we typically had invested about maybe half of the money or a little less, and then had the rest of it in a money market account. That was usually based on their estimates of what kind of distributions we may be having coming forward. We're up a little bit in distributions this year, but I don't know if we expect it to be anything drastic for the rest of the year with public staff. And I guess at this point, if we want to consider reinvesting maybe another $1 million worth of those coming due in August, do we do that now, or do you want us to wait till next month to do that, or does it matter, in your opinion?
We can do it now. We have several that are coming due August the 7th. And when those mature, we can turn around and do another $1 million of CDs. Or we can look at the rates today. And if we invest another $1 million, that still leaves us roughly $75,000. And unless the board knows of large distributions coming due, we can go ahead and invest another $1 million today.
What's the board members think of going ahead and continue to roll over investments like we have been in the past? That sound like the,
I'll just roll over that. You ain't going to do that, it doesn't.
It's not going to explain it, Morgan.
Do we, anybody want to make a motion to, move forward with that, investment strategy?
I'll put that on motion.
Do we have a second for that motion? And this, again, we're going to hold the board?
Mr. Owens,
Yes.
Mr. Jansen,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
and Mr. Cochran.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Manning, you have, approval to go ahead and make those changes and move forward.
And that was a motion to invest $1 million for another 12 months. CD.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. And
You wanna
then
have
once these mature in August, they will move into the money market fund.
Anything else for the board on the, escrow account? Okay, thank you as always, Ms. Manning. You're doing a great job. Keeping up with this and, make sure everything's done as properly as we need it to be.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you. We'll move on to item number 4 on the docket, petition from Key Rock Energy LLC for refilling of coal-bed methane gas located in the North Coal-bed gas field, unit Honeycat number 1, docket number BZOB 23-1219-4279-01. All parties who have an interest in this application, please come forward.
Freddie Mose representing Key Rock Energy, Mr. Chair.
Aaron Davis, you right there.
Okay. This is your item, Mr. Stokely. If you want to have any comments, you're more than welcome if you chime in at any point in time. So if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Ms. Gilmer, if you would like to swear in the witness.
Mr. Davis, do you swear and affirm that your testimony is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Davis, please state your name for the board, please.
Aaron Davis.
And how are you employed?
I'm, employed as a senior project engineer at Key Rock.
And that's Key Rock Energy LLC.
That's correct.
And is Key Rock authorized to conduct business in the Commonwealth?
Correct.
And Key Rock has a bond on file with this department, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you're familiar with the sealed God unit, known as Honey Camp number 1?
Yes, I am.
And this unit was previously, pulled by order of this board, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And the original pulling order was entered on February 28th of 2024.
That's correct.
And then there was later a supplemental order, entered on June the 11th of 2024.
Yes, it was.
And are those orders of record in Dickinson County Circuit Court Clerk's Office?
Yes. All right.
Now, since those orders were entered, has Key Rock, conducted a title review of the tracks within the unit?
Yes, we did.
And has there been some modification of the size of the, of the, production unit?
Yes, that's correct.
And did those reviews reveal that there need to be changes in the ownership that was shown other than what was shown previously?
Yes, it does.
And some of those include the G Mark French airship claim, is that correct?
Correct.
And those changes materially affect the cost and royalty allocations previously approved by the board, is that right?
Yes, correct.
And Key Rock was advised by staff that we needed to file a repool.
That's correct.
And you're familiar with this application for modification of the seal of God, correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is for a coal-bed methane. And is this unit located in the North coal-bed gas field?
Yes, it is.
And this is one of the changes from the previous order. How many acres does it contain?
794.4937 acres.
Now, just so that the board, can remember, can you tell exactly what Key-Rock plans to do, with the gas that it, would be, explored?
Key-Rock will destroy the gas on site. And that is, earning to, carbon credit offsets, and then the offsets are monetized.
And is that, in a market in California?
It is, through a California system, yes, where the credits are issued. Correct.
And can you tell the board, how often this occurs? Is this something that happens monthly like normal gas will?
It is not, this is something that happens on an annual basis.
Okay. And what seam of coal is coal bed methane produced from?
The lower banner coal seam.
And since, we were here previously, Key-Rock has actually obtained a portion of this unit, outright. Is that correct?
That's correct. We've obtained leases for all the gas that Intervest possesses in the unit. We've also purchased a tract of property that previously belonged to Catherine.
All right. And how was Intervest informed of this proceeding?
Key-Rock provided notice, certified mail return receipt request.
Now, after, the recalculation of the numbers and the purchase of a Catherine Newman tract by Key-Rock, what percentage of the unit does Key-Rock either own or have under lease?
55.71%.
All right. And so how much does Key-Rock not have under lease?
44.29%, with 2.39% of that quantity being unknown.
And how were these unknown and unleased owners informed of this proceeding?
Provided notice through the publication in the Dickens installment,
And what percentage of the unit are you seeking to pull today?
100%.
And are you requesting that the board pull the interest of all the parties listed on Exhibit B that's been filed with this application?
Yes,
And are you requesting that the board establish a procedure where all parties listed on Exhibit B3 shall have the right to one of the three options listed in the application?
yes.
And what lease terms would you be offering, these owners if they, chose to enter into a lease?
Same lease terms as was offered to Intervest.
All right. Now, this well has already been drilled, correct?
That's correct.
All right, but it's not produced.
It is produced.
It is produced, okay. The, what is the depth of the well?
530 feet,
And what are the estimated reserves for the well?
approximately 350 million cubic feet.
Now, the, one of the things,
I'm sorry, I'd like to correct, million MCF, 350 million MCF.
and as far as the cost of the well, you have actual numbers of what the, dry hole cost of the well was, don't you?
That's correct.
And what was it?
$185,646.
And are you asking the board to modify the prior steel job drilling unit and further re-pool that unit?
Yes,
And a portion of that pooling, that would be voluntary, correct?
correct.
Those would be the interest,
Yes,
and a portion would be involuntary.
correct.
And are you asking the board to name Key-Rock Energy as the operator for this unit? And in your opinion, if the board grants your application today, would it prevent waste, promote conservation, and protect poor labor rights?
Yes, it would.
That would be our area.
Questions from board members? Just have a couple of quick questions for clarification. Did you mention that you've actually changed the size of the unit from the 794 to the 794.4937 acres? Was the unit size different before the original application?
It is different than the original one.
How much difference is this? With off top of you?
So much.
That's
It is
0.00,
0.00378.
161 square feet.
And that was that mostly with the track with the French airs? Is that what it was? One was listed in.
I don't think it was attributed to any particular tract in the application, Mr. Chair.
Okay. The necessary correction was to this track ownership with the French airship. That was just adding people to that.
Yes,
So
sir.
they were adding new people to that that I made originally.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because that was the only one that had any additions. The other, what about the tracks? Changes. No, the name of substance. Any further questions from the board?
Can I just chime in? Mark,
Sure.
Is that okay? Mark
Yes, sir.
Stuckey. I just want to thank the board for causing this repooling. I'm one of the G-Mark French heirs and did not receive notice of the prior pooling. And so this is giving me the opportunity to participate as a working interest owner. And I have spoken with Aaron and I know Freddie well, and I appreciate their cooperation. They're always very helpful. But I am new at this, and I would like to be able to turn to the staff of the board for assistance if I have an issue. But thank you for your action here today.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you being here today. Okay, back to the board, is the board acts on the motion?
Motion to approve.
No second.
Awesome.
Motion and a second. Mr. Gilmore, will you lead the poll board, please?
Mr. Owens,
Yes.
Mr. Jansen,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
and Mr. Cochran.
Yes.
Your approval.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, for the next item, consideration of the board. Petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for refueling of the Oakwood coal bed methane gas field number 2, unit G39, docket number BGOB 06-0221-1577-2. At the officers, please come forward.
Mr. Chairman, before you do that, this is one of 5 items that I have a conflict on with a business relationships with one of the property owners. So we need to wait on Mr. Harris to be back before we go for this one. And item docket item 5, docket item 8, 9, 11, and 12, I have the same conflict on all 5 of them.
Okay, so, Mr. Patrick, please throw a stating video involved with these 5 items. I see Mr. Harris is rejoining us. I'm back. Give me just a second and then we'll.
Mark Schwartz and Kelly Berry on item number 5. I think there was a motion to continue this, Mr. Chairman, and some other items. I don't know if those people are.
That's
Yes.
what we-
And
an energy company.
Yes, I'm sorry. This is Charity Barger from Street Law Firm on behalf of Diverse Production. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing. We did file a motion to continue hearings on 5 applications. Did the board receive that motion?
We do have those, we do have several pieces of documentation requesting a continuance. I guess it was originally a continuance from June on 3 of these applications. And then another continuance request made for 5 items to be continued to August at this point in time. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, the lead counsel, Ben Street on these cases, is currently on vacation, and we requested those 5 applications to be continued that are listed in the motion to continue hearing. I do not believe there's an objection, but I think I heard Mr. Pruitt also on the line, and I think that they might be joining in the motion. So yeah, we are requesting that those applications be continued to the August hearing.
This is Tom Pruitt. We are joining in the motion. We have no objection to the continuance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pruitt. Mr. Schwartz, do you have any comment on the continuance?
My client has told me not to object, so it's at the board's pleasure. We're not going to object to it.
Is there anyone else on the line that needs to speak to these requests for continuance? Okay, just one point of maybe clarification here. I know the original request for continuance on 3 of the items from June. I guess there was 2 concerns there. One had to do with the application filing deadline, and the second part had to do with the surveyor's certification of the plat and the tracks involved within the units. Are those still going to be part of the discussion that we'll have next month? Are those issues been resolved, or can anyone speak to that?
I think, this is Mark Schwartz. I think that the timing issues, there were actually two timing issues, one about whether or not they were timely filed, whether or not they were timely mailed. At this point, so much time has passed, I would contend that those issues are moot, you know? And with regard to the certification, I believe that Kelly has supplemented the exhibits to actually certify the acreage and the percentages by a PE. And so I think that that's moot as well. So at least in my view, I don't think we're going to be revisiting those three issues if this matter is continued, or even if it was heard today.
Charity Barger from Street Law Firm. As I said before, Ben Street is actually lead counsel on this, so I know that he's the one that's really to speak to that. So I would like to, I don't want to say that those are not issues that we will discuss at the hearing at this time.
Okay, thank you. And I don't know if there's going to be any other considerations that the board needs to be aware of for this next hearing. If there is, you can feel free to write those up. If not, we'll hear those for the next hearing if we choose to continue that. So. Okay, hearing no other discussion on this, does the board have any other questions concerning the continuance of the 5 items? But I'll still probably go ahead and call those all in. So we call docket item number
Mr. Chairman, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, this is Tom Pruitt representing Buchanan Energy Company. I couldn't hear the statement you made. Did you ask whether any other issues would come up before the next hearing? Is that your question?
Yes, I just was asking if there was any other objection that we need to be made aware of before the next month, that we could consider those before time, so we can be prepared next month.
My client will be filing an objection in the next few days that is independent of the objections now pending before the board.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry. Charity Barger for Street Law Firm again. I apologize. I misunderstood your question as well. Yes, any other objections, we'll be happy to file something so that you know what we will be objecting to before the next hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, do you want to give them a deadline for that so that the board and the applicant actually have some lead time, like maybe a week ahead of the hearing or something?
Yes, as much time as you can give the board and the applicant to be able to consider any of your objections would be appreciated. If we can get those, at least we're basically about 30 days away from the next hearing. So if you could come get those in the next week to 10 days, that would be great.
I couldn't hear, the microphone cut out. How many days? I'm sorry.
A week to 10 days, somewhere in that time frame.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to call the other 4 docket items so that we can have a motion to consider the continuous of all 5 at one time. So we call on docket number A, the petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for pulling under Oakwood coal bed methane gas field number 2, unit G38, docket number BGOB 25-0617-4308. Docket item number 9, the petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for pulling under Oakwood coal methane gas field number 2, unit G37, docket number BGOB 25-0617-4309. And a petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for pulling under Oakwood coal methane gas field number 2, unit F38, docket number BGOB 25-0715-4311. And item number 12, a petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for pulling under Oakwood coal bed methane field to continue to F37, docket number BGOB 25-0715-4312. So I have a motion from the board to consider the request for continuance of these 5 docket items until their August meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we continue those items as discussed.
Do I have a second? Second. Have a motion and a second. There's Kimber, will you call the board, please?
Mr. Owens,
Stand in the conflict.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jansen,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yeah.
and Mr. Cochran.
Yes.
Okay, so those 5 items will be continued until our August meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 6 on the docket. Petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for repooling of their Oakwood coal bed methane gas field number 2, unit H39, docket number BGOB 07-0515-1925-01. All parties interested in this application, please come forward.
Mark Schwartz and Kelly Berry.
Hearing no other, Mr. Schwartz, and we'll swear in your witness point.
Miss Berry, do you swear and affirm that your testimony is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Kelly, would you state your full name for us, please?
Kelly Berry,
Who do you work for?
Pocahontas Gas LLC.
And what, do you have a title? And if so, what is it?
I'm a senior analyst of land records and division of interest.
Did you sign the application and notice here?
Yes,
And were you the person who prepared this package, the application, notice and exhibits?
yes.
Who's the applicant?
Pocahontas Gas LLC.
And who's the current operator of this unit?
Pocahontas Gas LLC.
Okay, this was pulled back in 2007
Yes.
under which field rule?
Oakwood 1.
Okay, this is actually a repooling today, a request to be allowed to produce under the Oakwood 2 gas field rules, correct?
That's correct.
And the type of production would be what?
Coal bed methane gob well gas.
Okay, under the field rules number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Is Pocahontas Gas authorized to do business in the Commonwealth?
Yes.
Has it registered with the Department of Energy and the Division of Gas and Oil?
Yes.
Does it have the required blanket bond on file?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do to notify respondents and people who might be interested in this matter that we were going to be having a hearing today?
Notice was provided by certified mail with return receipt requested, and notice was also published in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph.
And have you provided your certificates with regard to mailing and proof of publication to the division?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to add any respondents to the list of respondents at paragraph 7 of your application?
No.
Do you want to dismiss any of those respondents?
No.
What is the percentage of interest that Pocahontas Gas has acquired in this unit?
That is 99.8475%.
And the percentage of the interest that you're seeking to pool by virtue of this application?
That is 0.1525%.
This is an 80-acre Oakwood unit.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's go to PDF page 5. At that page, we have the plat, correct?
Yes.
And there are a number of Pocahontas gas wells in this unit, correct?
Yes, there are.
And you're also showing an EH36 well that's plugged.
Yes,
Was that a deep well?
it was.
Okay. And if we go to, you've got your certification at the end of your tract IDs that we've added, right?
Yes,
That's PDF page, it looks like 6.
yes,
And at Exhibit B, which starts at PDF page number 7, have you given us a list of all of the owners and or claimants in this unit?
yes, we have.
Okay, and at the right after that exhibit, we've got a B3 exhibit, which is PDF page 15. And is that a list of the people that you have not acquired their interests or claims?
Yes,
And you've already told us the acreage owned by these folks and the percentage, correct? And that's at the bottom of this exhibit.
yes,
And with regard to exhibit B and B3, which we're looking at right now, you've reported for each person or company or estate a percentage of the entire unit.
yes,
And then you've also reported in 2 more columns the division of interest of the person or company or estate in each of the 2 panels affecting this unit.
that's correct.
Okay, and that's that division of interest is the percentage that would be applied to the revenue that's allocated from the panel to unit H39.
That's correct.
Okay. And also that division of interest would be used in the event that someone wanted to participate in the unit. They would multiply that times the allocable costs.
That's correct.
Okay. And then with regard to allocable costs, you have given us a cost estimate with regard to the 6, looks like 7 wells we're talking about.
Yes, the gob wells.
Okay, and your estimate with regard to production costs is what?
$753,344 for each well.
Okay, and then the next page in your permit or your application package, PDF page 17, you've got a list of all of the Oakwood 80-acre units that are affected by these 2 panels, right?
That's correct.
And for each of the 2 panels, you've given us a cost allocation, correct?
That's correct.
What's the cost allocation for H39 with regard to the 15 East panel?
It is $2,604,570.07.
And then the same question with regard to H39 for the 16 East panel. What's the allocation with regard to that panel?
$2,347,098.01.
And you've given us a grand total that would be the starting point for calculating the allocated costs, and that total of the 2 panels is what?
$4,951,668.08.
Yeah. And the next exhibit I want to talk about is at PDF page 18. And what are we showing there?
This shows the representation of how the 15 and 16 East panels bisect the H39 Oakwood unit.
Okay, and the 15 East has hash marks through it. Does that mean that mining's been completed there?
Yes,
Okay, and then although we've got the entries on either side of the 16 East development, that's just clear white. Does that mean mining hasn't got there yet?
that's correct.
Okay, and there's a boundary between the 15 East and the 16 East panels. Is that solid coal?
Yes,
And is that going to remain?
yes.
The next exhibit is just to locate this unit in Buchanan County. And then you've provided the board with a proposed order that could be used in the event this application is approved, correct?
That's correct.
In the event, is escrow required for this unit?
No, it's not.
Okay, so you haven't given us an exhibit E because it's not necessary, right?
That's correct.
Okay, what terms, lease terms would you recommend to the board to utilize in its order to apply to people who might be deemed to have been leased?
$5 per acre per year for a 5-year paid up lease and a 1/8 royalty interest.
Okay, the $5 is actually a bonus, right?
That would be, yes,
Okay.
applicable to anyone who elected the bonus option.
Right. With, is it your opinion that in the event that the board approves this application and pools the folks and interests that we've discussed, that if you combine the pooling order with the leases and agreements that the applicant has already entered into, that the correlative rights of all owners would be protected?
Yes,
And then another opinion question, and then I think I'll be done at that point. Is this Colbert, are these gob gas wells to produce from the panels after they are isolated? Is that a reasonable way contemplated by the Oakwood 2 order to develop and produce the gas?
yes.
I think that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Questions from the board? Just a couple of things real quick, just these are semantics, I believe. On the plat and the map, the EH-36, according to your legend, that shows as a CBM well. I think you said that's actually a deep conventional gas well.
The
I guess we-
EH-36, yes, and it's plugged.
And it's been plugged.
Yes, it has.
Shows the plug CBM. I guess there's I think in the regulations and addressing flats, there are different symbols to be used for conventional versus CBM wells. Is that something we can correct on the plat, the mapping, to use the correct symbology for the type of wells?
We can.
Thank you.
I'm sorry,
The other-
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I don't know if the microphone could be a little closer to you. It's really hard to understand,
Sorry.
to follow you.
Is this any better?
It's perhaps.
We'll try to do our best. I'm speaking pretty loud, so
Now, this is better, definitely.
we're looking at a couple of things here real quick. Got 2 microphones for them. Try that. Second thing, this is classified as a repooling under Oakwood 2. Has this been pooled originally, been previously pooled under Oakwood 2? Are we changing something, or is this the first time it's been pooled under the Oakwood 2?
It was originally pulled by CNX under the Oakwood 1 rules, so that's why we are presenting it for repooling under the Oakwood 2 rules.
Okay, I guess that's been a little bit of confusion in the past. I think the next item on the docket is called a pooling, but it's an Oakwood 2 also, but I think it had Oakwood 1 associated with it also. So and we're just semantics there again. But the Oakwood 1 unit, that has gone away since the 2 crack wells have been plugged, correct? So the Oakwood 1 is no longer in play anymore. So this unit, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes.
Okay, just want to make sure that's clarified. That's all the questions I had. Any other questions for the board?
I have a question. On page 20, and it might be even further up on that, which says June 17th, 2025. Is that?
Yes, that needs to be modified. That needs to be modified to reflect today's date. That was the previous proposed order that was submitted when we were going to have a hearing in June. That was before it was continued. So we will resubmit the proposed order with the July 15th, 2025 date in there.
Good catch.
Any other questions from the board? The board operates under a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for approval.
We'll caveat that with corrections.
Yes, with the aforementioned correction.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. Gilmore, would you poll the board, please?
Mr. Owens,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jansen,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
and Mr. Cochran.
You approve the item. We'll move to item number 7. A petition from Pocahontas Gas LLC for cooling under Oakwood coal-bed methane gas field number 2, unit H38, docket number PGOB 22-0920-4249. That's all parties who wish to speak to this matter, please come forward.
Mark Schwartz and Kelly Berry.
Seeing no other, you may begin, Mr. Schwartz.
Kelly, could you state your full name for us again?
Kelly Berry.
Mr. Chairman, if you could incorporate Kelly's testimony from the prior docket item with regard to her employment, information concerning the applicant status in Virginia, and her opinion testimony with regard her opinion testimony and her testimony with regard to standard lease terms, that would save us some time.
You have approved for that. We lost you for that in just a second. They're back with us. I think I got everything you're saying there.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, we lost you for a second there while you were speaking. We've got you back now. We lost your visual, but your audio came through.
We don't have your video now.
Oh, yeah, hang on. There we go.
There we are.
Is it all good?
Looks good.
Thanks, man.
Okay, all right. Let's, got your name. This is at another Oakwood unit, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and this, we've got a 22 docket number, but this is the first time the board has heard this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why do we have a 22 docket number?
The docket number was requested back in 2022.
And was never used?
No.
Okay. And this is to repeat then, this is the first time that Pocahontas Gas has sought to pool this unit either under Oakwood 1 or Oakwood 2.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And the kind of wells that we're proposing for this unit at this time are?
Coal bed methane gob wells.
And you've listed the permit numbers of the wells that we have permitted for this unit at paragraph 5 of your application.
Yes.
Okay. And going to paragraph 8 of the application, and we'll attend to this for a moment, and we'll skip ahead, I think, to look at the map. But there's a fault line running generally south to north through this unit, correct?
Yes.
And that fault line affects, we are informed, affects mining in the long wall panels.
That's correct.
Okay, and if we skip ahead, get an idea of what's going on here. If we skip ahead to PDF page 21, we have, you've got a map of 14 East and the 15, that includes the 14 East and the 15 East long wall panels, right?
Yes.
And in both of those panels, we'll strike that. Let's start with 14 East. It looks like the mining in 14 East has been completed,
Yes.
but there's an area where mining did not occur, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so when you're calculating acreages for allocation of production purposes, have your percentages excluded the unmined area?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to the 15 East longwall panel, we've got some mining coming from left to right or east to west, and then we've got an unmined area, correct?
Yes.
And then to the west of that, did mining stop there, or is that just an indication of, at least when this map was prepared, how far mining had progressed?
It's how far mining had progressed at the time this map was prepared.
Okay, so it's our expectation that they're going to mine 15 East all the way to the mains on the west end.
That's correct.
Okay. And once again, was the excluded acreage because of the fault line has not been mined, is that excluded or not included in your calculations for purposes of allocating production from the 15 East panel to the Oakwood units involved?
That's correct.
Okay, let's go back up then to let's see here. Let's go back up to the plat, which is PDF page 5. And there we show the 80-acre Oakwood unit, the tracks and the wells, correct?
Yes.
We have an AE 207 well. Tell us about that.
That well is located within the unmined portion of 15 East panel.
And obviously that well will continue to produce because it's not going to be mined through.
Correct.
Okay. If we go to the next page, page 6, it's your tract IDs, and at the end of that, you've got a certification with regard by a PE with regard to the acres and percentages, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then, as we always see, we've got an Exhibit B, which, to remind people, is a list of everybody.
Yes.
And then we are going to have a B3 because we don't have a voluntary unit. And the B3 is at PDF page 17.
Yes.
And move this a little bit here, sorry. Okay. And at the foot of Exhibit B3, what are the acreage of the people that collectively of the people we're seeking to force pool, and what's the percentage in the unit?
0.4943 acres. That is 0.6179%.
Okay. And then with regard to the next page, we've got a cost estimate with showing 4 wells, right?
Yes.
And what's the estimate?
That's our average cost estimate for gob wells in this panel area, which is $753,344.
And the following page is you've used your cost estimates to allocate costs to each of the Oakwood units affected by these 2 longwall panels. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what's the allocated cost with regard to H38 with regard to 15 East?
$1,723,182.18.
And with regard to H38 cost allocation, 16 East, what's that amount?
$2,347,098.01.
And the total of the 2 panels allocated to H38?
$4,070,280.19.
We've already talked about PDF page 20. I take that back. No, we haven't. PDF page 20 is you've kind of zeroed in on the Oakwood unit with the mining that's been completed and the proposed mining, correct?
Yes,
And at least with regard to 15 East, we've got the clearly delineated block of coal with the AE 207 well in the middle of it that hasn't been mined and isn't going to be mined.
yes.
Okay. And the last thing, you provided a proposed order, correct?
Yes,
And I'm guessing it does have the wrong date. We need to fix that.
yes. That
Okay.
date will be modified.
Okay. And what did you do to inform people that we were going to have a hearing with regard to the pooling application for H38?
We provided notice by certified mail with return receipt requested, as well as publishing in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph.
And have you provided your certificates with regard to mailing to the division and the certificate that you got from the newspaper with regard to publication?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, given what we incorporated from the prior docket, I don't think I have anything further here.
Any questions from the board? I think I have just a few questions for clarification. Back to the plan on page 5. You talked about the two wells, the AE 206 and the AE 207. Those were pooled under the Oakwood 1 field rules, correct?
Yes.
And the Oakwood 1 rules will stay in effect going forward, correct?
For AE 207, the AE 206 well will be plugged ahead of mining.
And who operates the AE 206 and the AE 207?
Coronado.
And you have I think you have a joint operating agreement with that entity covering your operations within this area for the.
Yes, we do. Yes,
And that's why there shouldn't be any concerns going forward from that stuff, right?
that's correct.
One other question, just again, on your estimated reserves, and this is just a sort of a generalized question. Typically, we've seen the same reserves put forward, the 125, 550 MMCF. How do you take into account reduction that's occurred between these two existing frac wells that have been there for several years? Does that impact your reserve estimates, and is that taken into consideration?
Well, it would obviously affect the recoverable gas because, some of it's gone, but the intention historically has been to give a fairly wide range of production estimates because we don't want people to assume that we can zero in on a number that they can use to decide whether or not to participate. So my expectation is the remaining, recoverable reserves probably fall within that range because it's so wide.
I appreciate that response, Mr. Schwartz. Maybe Ms. Mary should have made that response.
Say what?
What's the testify every now and then? And go along with that, there's a statement in there that you put in there. And again, this goes back to if a party was to want to participate in the well, you've got a statement there that this reserve estimate should not be relied upon for any purpose. Does that really need to be part of this reserve estimate? Do we need to make that statement, Ms. Berry? You're making the best estimate you can based on the knowledge you have. But if someone was to read that and want to participate in the well, would they not take that statement to mean that these numbers, I shouldn't use these numbers to make a decision?
They should.
That
doesn't always mean that they will.
I agree. Is that something that needs to be part of the application? Maybe we can take that out going forward. I think that's pretty much a standard way you've been stating that for years and years.
It's historically how that has been outlined in that paragraph.
As part of the application process that the board requires is that you do provide an estimate, and that's what you've done. But I don't know that we need to qualify in that matter. That it shouldn't be relied on. Because that's all the applicant has to rely on, other than doing their own research and their own study of the area to come up with how they would want to make their decision.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you. That's all the questions I have. Any other questions from the board? Again, the board operates under a motion. We will have a motion today.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for approval of the item.
Again, caveat that with
I
the
guess,
corrections.
as,
Yes.
amended or corrected through our discussion.
Do we have a second? Just give them your whole word, please.
Mr. Owens,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jansen,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
and Mr. Cochran.
Yes.
Your approval of that item.
Thank you.
Move on to item number 10, I believe, we're approval of petition for Pocahontas Gas LLC for cooling of the Oakwood Coal Methane Gas Field number 2, Unit G36, docket number BGOB 25-0617-4310. All parties interested in this application, please come forward.
Mark Swartz and Kelly Berry.
See no other, you may begin.
Kelly, I'm going to remind you, you're still under oath. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Could you state your full name for us again?
Kelly Berry.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to incorporate Kelly's prior testimony with regard to her employment, with regard to Pocahontas Gas as operator, with regard to standard lease terms, if I could.
Yes, you approve of that.
And I should add to that her opinion testimony with regard to correlative rights and the reasonable method to develop CBM in the unit and standard lease terms. Sorry.
Yes, you approve of that also.
Kelly, this application pertains to what unit?
Unit G36,
And it's under what field rules?
Oakwood 2.
Okay. And did you sign the application and notice?
Yes, I did.
And did you prepare them?
I did.
And the package, and you put together the package that of exhibits that accompany them, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And this, at present, we don't have any permit numbers. Is that correct?
Correct. There are no wells to be drilled in this unit. However, the unit is bisected by longwall panels. And therefore, we would need to allocate production for the portion of the unit that would be mined.
Okay, let's look at the page 32, PDF page 32, which has the 80-acre unit depicted, and then the intersection of that unit with 17 and 18. You see
It's
that?
Yes, it's on page 22.
Okay, my glasses are failing me. The absence of them. Okay. And we just catch a little bit of this unit with each of those longwall panels, correct?
That's correct.
And when we look at the allocable costs and the exhibits, we'll see, just what a percentage that is. So when you say we're not drilling wells in the units, they still are affected by the longwall panels, and there will be gas produced from other wells in the panels that will be attributed to the area of this unit that is impacted by the two panels, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, let's go back up to the beginning then. And that explains the no permit numbers, paragraph 5. You've got at paragraph 7, you've got your respondents, the people you want to pool, correct?
Yes.
Do you want to add anybody?
No.
And you don't want to dismiss those people either, I take it?
No.
What did you do to tell them that we were going to be having a hearing today?
They were provided notice by certified mail with return receipt requested, and a notice was also published in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph.
And have you provided the division with your certifications with regard to mailing and the newspaper's certificate with regard to publication?
Yes.
And you've got sort of a history at paragraph 8, page 2 of 2 of the application. And this unit was originally pooled under the Oakwood order you've referenced, right?
Yes.
As under Oakwood 1.
Yes.
And AE 155 and AE, that would be Appalachian Energy, correct?
That's correct.
163, you've shown them on the plat, but they're plugged and abandoned, is that correct?
That is correct.
And what is EH 15 that's on the plat?
That is a deep well.
Okay. And then the last part of paragraph 8 is just a recap of the terms. Once plugging occurs of all wells under an order, that order expires, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, then we've got after the plat, page 5, we've got your tract IDs at page 6, and you've got the PE's certificate with regard to percentages and acreages at PDF page 7.
Yes.
PDF page 8 is the beginning of Exhibit B, which is a complete listing of all owners in the unit.
Yes.
3, which is at PDF page 19, and that lists the folks we're seeking to force pool.
Yes, it does.
And what is their acreage and percentage in the in the unit?
0.0616 acres for 0.0770%.
And the next page is your cost estimate. And what you've done here is allocate costs. Well, let's go to the next page, page 21. G36, as we saw from the map we looked at earlier, only has about 2% of the acreage in the 17 East panel, correct?
Yes.
And has even less than that in the 18 East 1.4275%, correct?
Yes.
And using those percentages to calculate a allocated cost for the 17 East panel and the 18 East panel, and then adding them together to get the total for both panels, what's that total?
$528,075.05.
Okay. Already looked at at 22. 23 just locates the unit in with a Virginia map, basically. And we've already talked about changing the date in the proposed order, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I think that's all I have with regard to this unit.
Okay, just the same comment here, the EH 15 well, when you file on page 5, is a conventional well, I believe you use the deep well, it's not a CBN with other
Yes.
notation. Who operates that well?
Appalachian Energy.
That's still operating. And I'm assuming it's covered under the same joint operating agreement that you have, that well will probably have to be plugged due to your long
Yes.
line.
Yes.
But it doesn't have any impact on the production this unit since it's well. Especially fine. Is all the questions. I have other questions from the board? Board operates on a motion. Do I hear a motion for approval of this application? Is it proposed changes?
Mr. Chairman, I'll go ahead and make that motion for approval with the, I think there was a date correction, and I think that was the only adjustment.
We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. Gilbert, you go ahead and hold the board, please.
Mr. Owens?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Jansen?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
And Mr. Cochran?
Yes.
You have approval for the side of the page.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on. I think that's covers our docket for the day. The next item is item number 13. The board will receive an update from the board and division activities from the staff.
Probably the only two items I have, it looks like we will be having all this board meeting with the continuances and if anything else that is in the process. Doesn't make this board members aware, but we did send Mr. Fraser's family recognition for his service on it. Also sent a letter that I signed on behalf of our appreciation to his family. I just want to make the board aware of it. Sarah, anybody, Brad, anything? No.
Thank you for that update. Any questions for the staff? Anybody here today? Okay, last item on the docket is the board review the May 25 minutes for approval. I believe everybody's been able to talk to your those minutes for review.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question. I may be confused. Number 4, when he talks about Mr. Scruper updating the board on status of 2 board seats, the next one says, Mr. Scruper notified the board that we will be having a June 2025 meeting. Should that be will not be?
Well, at the time.
At the time of the meeting, we did say those got continued after.
Oh, okay.
We got that for continuous meeting after.
Yeah.
And I
So
can-
that is an accurate
I can
representation.
give you an update at least on the 2 vacancies on the board. We have not got the response from the governor's office, so I'm still waiting on a reply.
Okay.
Any other questions on the meetings? It's approval, could we just have a voice approval, all in favor, of approving the minutes, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Your deals, that concludes our meeting for July 15th, 2025. Thank you everyone for your participation today.
Thank you.